Hello, today is September 23rd. This will be changed to September 23rd here. We're going to scroll down here, and don't forget you have an extra credit opportunity here. We're going to scroll down to September 23rd. This video will be placed right here in the center. You have another opportunity to take attendance. You'll have a joke of the day and a quote of the day. Your assignment's right here. Now let's take a look at your lesson for today.
Today we're going to take a look at combining like terms. And so by like terms, I mean things that are similar. So negative AA and negative A are like terms. In the following problem, 6 and 2 are like terms. I can combine things that are like each other. And so this is called collecting like terms or combining like terms depending on your teacher. So we're going to call it combining like terms. You might hear me call it collecting. It means the same. And so we're going to call this combine. And so when we talk about combining something, just think about that in general. If I combine something, I'm adding stuff together. So what I'm going to do is the sign in front goes with your like terms. So yes, it's a minus sign, but in this case, it's going to be represent a negative sign. You're always going to add when you combine like terms. So there's also a 1 right there. And so whenever you just have a letter, the number 1 is in front of it. So I want to add negative 8 and negative 1 together, which will give me negative 9. The A just stays the same. The 1 drops down, equals 10 drops down as well. And that's all you do for combining like terms. My second step in this problem is now I've got a two-step problem. I'm going to do the inverse of addition. So the reason I'm doing the inverse of addition is because I'm looking at this positive 1. And to get rid of a positive, you've got to subtract. And so I'm going to minus 1 from both sides of the equal sign. So combining like terms you only do on one side of the equal sign. It's simplifying. So these ones cancel. Negative 9A drops down. Equal sign drops down. 10 minus 1 is 9. My last and final step is to do the inverse of multiplication. So I'm going to divide both steps by negative 9. Negative 9. So these cancel out, right? Which equals A. A positive divided by a negative is going to be negative. 9 divided by 9 is 1. Now you may be asking yourself, well, how come these two cancel out and then but these two over here equal negative 1? Well, the reason that works is if you remember just a second ago, I mentioned how there's always a 1 right in front of the letter. So these really didn't cancel out. They equal 1. And so if you think about that, 1A, negative 9 divided by negative 9 is 1. But we don't have to put the number 1 when it's just a variable. We assume that that 1's there. So 1A equals negative 1. For problem number 3, we're going to combine regular numbers. So we're going to look at 6 and 2. So this is still combining like terms. So this is combining. And so 2 plus 6 is 8. Remember, when you're combining, you're always combining. You put the plus sign there, equals 9. You might be wondering how I knew it was a plus sign right here. It's because it was a positive 8. If it would have been negative 8, I would have put minus. So the second step to this would be to do the inverse of addition. So minus 8. minus 8. And when I do the inverse, I do that on both sides. The a drops down, the 8's cancels. 9 minus 8 is just 1. And so that is actually my last step because a equals 1. There is nothing else to do. And so that completes these problems. We'll do a couple more tomorrow. You have 5 problems to do on your assignment.